Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we're going to be continuing our push with Enigma. Just playing Enigma. I'm really having a good time playing her. I think she's a lot of fun. On Thursday, everybody's voting. If you are a YouTube subscriber or a Twitch member, be sure to get in the Discord, and you can link those. You can link your Twitch or YouTube to the Discord, and you can vote on what I play every week. So on Thursday, it looks like we're going to be playing new again, which, I mean, I'm pretty excited about. I've only had one night of playing reps with the deck, so I'm pretty excited to get some more reps in. I think it'll be fun. But tonight we're playing Enigma, and I'm pretty excited about that because I think Enigma's pretty cool. Ben said, I'm now getting ads for the Hendrix Motorsports online store. YouTube knows their stuff. Ben's like, finally, a company that understands me. Brad says, can Talistar Games start giving Enigma LL points, please and thank you? Bro, you're living in, like, fantasy land. Jay, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? So yeah, I'm pretty excited tonight to like just start to continue to play games and like, you know, kind of learn more about the metagame and work on it. Fino came out with an interesting video earlier today or yesterday, kind of talking about Iris of Reality in Enigma, and Zach and I were talking about that just a few minutes ago, like trying to, you know, just discuss that a little bit and see what our thoughts are there. So I'm curious to see who will be playing Iris Enigma when it comes time for nationals. So we'll see. We may work on a deck list for that at some point. Who knows? Hey, Annabelle, what's going on? How are you? All right. So we got Enigma loaded up. We're playing in the OpenCC format. Let's go get them. We have made some changes to the deck list. I'm now on Traverse the Universe and Balance of Justice instead of Cop, which I think is a lot better. None of the other equipment slots have changed. And then down here in our sideboard, we have Dense Blue Mist in our sideboard. I was going to play Trom, but I think this is just a little bit better, being an instant, and the fact that it works with Chi is pretty cool. We're on 2 red unmovables, which I don't really know if that's necessary, but it might be fun to play. And then I have actually added in. Where are they? We've added Unravel Aggression to the main deck, so we're still playing a lot of what we were looking at, but just a little different now. So we're gonna add in the Command and Conquers, and I think we'll just play it like that. And yeah, I think that's just what we'll do. We'll just set it up and run it like this. Traverse is good. Meridian Pathway, I think this is exactly where we want to be for this matchup. So I guess, I mean, we can Arsenal this, right? This seems okay to Arsenal on turn 0. I think that's fine. Oh, I missed a lot of messages. I'm sorry, guys. Just played Ultimate Fit Fight with some friends, so that was fun. Dude, that sounds awesome, man. I'm glad you got to do that. I'm doing well, Jay. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It's 1 a.m. here, so won't be long. Well, I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. Even if it's 1 a.m., it means a whole bunch. Let's see. We're definitely going to play this. Now, the question is, do I want to play Tidemaw or Arsenal it? Tidemaw is a good Arsenal card that can be played at any time, and I kind of like that. Let's just pass and see what they do. I think we'll Arsenal this here. I think it's better. It's 1 a.m. there as well. Hey, Kevin, what's up, dude? How are you? I think I'm done with Brothers in my list as I'm playing the new boots and no more matchups. I mean, that's fair. I get that. That makes a lot of sense. I completely understand that. We'll Arsenal the Tidemaw here. I think that's okay. I get that, though. I understand where you're coming from. Huh. I would really like to... Man, this is like the triple reds here just kind of killing us. So this being for 7... Man. We can block with an Astral Etchings. Say no blocks, throw in the Tidemaw. No, I guess we can't do that, can we? Man, this is like just awkward. Tell our opponent we're thinking here, because I feel like I'm just really weird. Oh, just a pet card? No, I get that. I completely get that. So if I flash in Waxing Spectre and block with the other Astral Etchings, I'll lose the Waning Vengeance. And then I'll make a Spectral Shield, so I'll have... and then I could flash in the Tidemaw if I wanted to. I don't think that's correct. I think we're supposed to block 6 and lose the Vengeance here. I do think we're supposed to flash this in, though, right? We could flash this in and then play the Haze Bending. This isn't bad. I don't hate this line of play. And then we'll let the Vengeance go. We'll add a counter to the Tidemaw. I don't know. Go. Yo, Johannes, I hope I said that right. Johannes W, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate you being here. When you're here for the first time, we got 3 questions we ask everybody for the first time. What's your name? What got you to Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Or if you live in a place where hot dog toppings aren't really that popular, tell me something you do like to eat. I'd love to learn more about you. Let me know in the chat, for sure. Been trying to practice the new mirror because apparently she's going to be the big thing now. I think new is going to be very popular at Nationals. I did a Zen earlier that got to use his ability every turn. Wow. Oh, yeah, because they're shuffling, Chi can be drawn much quicker. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, SOS, for sure. Honestly, I think you don't mind playing Waxing and Tidemaw. Then using gloves to ward the breakpoint and make the Waxing Spectre bigger. We could, but I don't really want to just like start. I don't want to use this already, right? I mean, I guess it's a good use of it, so I shouldn't be afraid to use it, but I am. I'll just be honest, I am. Like, I'll level with you guys. I don't want to use my equipment early, or too early, I guess I should say. Gonna attack the Haze Bending, which is gonna give this a second counter, which means we have a pretty sweet play here, right? So we get to play the Waxing Spectre, which is really cool. We get to attack for 4, pushing a lot of damage here. It's pretty good. Yo. Oso Lace. Oso Lace, I hope I said that right. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. We got those 3 same questions I'm going to ask you. I just asked Johannes. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Oh, it was me, Jay. Oh, cool. Thanks for the double support. I really appreciate that. My name is Johannes or Jay. Okay, cool. Showed you the game at Worlds at the moment. And you don't eat hot dogs. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yo, Lace, let's go. Thank you for that Prime sub. Or no, I'm sorry, that's tier 1. That's not Prime, dude. Tier 1. Thank you so much, Lace. I really appreciate that. That means a whole bunch. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Sebastian's 22nd in the world, or you are? I mean, because if you are, that's pretty cool. I'd be throwing that around more often than not. Which probably says more about me than anything, but heard about how much Zan, even a game, buddy from a local store said that he heard of one instance in Zen pushing 1,000 plus damage. I mean, I've not heard of 1,000. I heard of the combo turn. Somebody made a video of the combo turn where you do like 296 damage, which on YouTube was Zen, which was pretty cool. I did enjoy watching that and seeing that. I thought that was pretty cool. So we get to go draw a card and go again. Because we've pitched 2 blue cards, which is really fun. And then we can attack with the Spectral Shield and then activate this to give it go again. And then we can remove... so let's go draw a card and go again. Oh, man, I really want to play the 10,000 Year Reunion, but throwing Command & Conquer is insane. 1,000 plus damage in in LL. Okay. Well, let's go. In LL, I could see that. With Stubbies, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yo, Kalen, what's up? Faptim, what's going on? How are you, buddy? I don't think I've seen Meridian Pathway be used to play instant speed auras. It does block 3 more than it does anything else. That has also been my experience with the card. So I do get that. And Kevin, we could throw the Tide Maw, but it seems a little greedy when we could just, you know, put the 10,000 year reunion into play and just go, hey, and just be happy with our play here. SOS. Oh, dude, let's go. Okay, Solace. I did the cringy symbol to box in my name. No, that works. Solace, I can do that. I can work with that. Well, dude, thank you for the sub on Twitch. I really appreciate it. A lot of great creators you could share that with, so I really appreciate it. Dude, Fapton, absolutely, dude. Happy I could help and answer some questions, man. Absolutely. Playing the 10,000 Costco hot dogs? What? I have heard that you can get like a hot dog and a drink at Costco for like $1.99. I heard that one time. I don't know if that's true or not, but watching on my streamer account. Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. Your name is so like similar. I assume that this had to be Abton when it says Fabton, which is a really cool play on your name. I actually I really like that. I think that's really cool. Ooh, are they about to end my turn? They are going to end my turn. Man, that's big depresso. This is a really cool turn, though. Like, this is a cool turn cycle for them. Where they get to take this, and I waste the counter on my Uphold Tradition, so I actually get blown out by the fact that they were able to flip into Chi. I guess we'll put the counter on the Tide Maw. And then we don't really have anything to do, so I guess we're just going to pass here. And they put Haze Bending into play, which means we do need to kill the Haze Bending, but getting this into play might be better. I'm not sure. I want a hot dog real bad. Is number 22 in the world. He was number 8 before the calling of Poland. Oh, dude. I mean, dude, listen. Being 22nd in the world is, like, extremely impressive. Like, that's a very impressive thing to be able to say, like, period, at all, dude. That's awesome. It's really cool that you're, like, friends with somebody like that. That's awesome. They got you into the game. People really wanted to see... Dude, it's all, like... Annabelle, I'm happy that, like, your video's taken off. That's great. Like, I think people really love the new set, and people really want to see the new stuff, so I think that makes it... My opponent just said, I think there's a bug. I'm not sure. Okay, so we can't activate instance and we don't have anything to do, so we're just going to Arsenal. I guess I would rather Arsenal the Command and Conquer here. My opponent said there's a bug. I don't really know what they're talking about here. By Cloy. That's 1,000 plus damage from Zen. Okay, so people have figured it out. That's kind of cool, though. Like, that's fun, though. I don't know. That's really exciting to hear that people are, like, figuring that kind of stuff out, you know? I really enjoy hearing that kind of stuff, personally. Personally, I really enjoy hearing that kind of stuff. So... Got some spicy tech I want to try out. Deja Vu pot. Pitch the Chi, pop the pot, put Chi on top again. I mean, that does sound kind of cool. I won't lie. Being able to, like, put Chi on top sounds pretty sweet. That's something I could probably, like, get behind, in all honesty. That does sound kind of cool. I could go for that. So they're going to attack with the Spectral Shield that has 2 counters on it, which is fine. I don't really want to lose anything, so I think I'm going to block with the Astral Etchings. And then let's see how they proceed. I think we're just going to keep the Sink Below in hand to like play a little bit of defense with here. I swapped to the actual Fab account. I love it. I do think it's really funny when people have like multiple accounts, like they bounce back and forth and like chats a lot. And I don't know, it's really fun to like see people like on different accounts, stuff like that. Like Ethan does it more than anybody I know, I think. Probably go to bed now. Got an exam on Thursday I have to get ready for. Good luck on the rest of the stream. Dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Jay, I hope you do well on your exam. I hope you have a good night, brother. I have decided to change my name to remove the cringe a little. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, we're just passing here, right? Like, we could attack with this. It has so much blowout potential if we just keep our hand, and I don't like that. The fun thing is, like, we can just let the Tide Maw go now, so the first Spectral Shield that attacks for 2, we lose our arm piece and we lose Tide Maw. I mean, I guess they always have the ability to add +1 to it, but we have a good hand. So I am going to say no blocks because I have Sync and I have Fate. I would like to be able to get to my turn only blocking with the Fate Foreseen. And then we're going to lose Tradition and we're going to lose the Tide Maw. Those are the two things we care the least about. Keeping Spectre in play and 10,000 Year Reunion would be an ideal turn for us. I mean, I guess we could have blocked and kept everything in play knowing that they were going to play it out like that. We definitely did not know that that was the route they were going to take, but no way to make a Spectral Shield this turn. So we'll attack our opponent. We need to find a way to get multiple go again sources. Actually, I take that back. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm going to attack pitching the Fate Foreseen, and then I will pitch the Waning Vengeance here. Now realizing after changing that Soul Space would have been better. I mean, hey, like, you got to change it, right? And that's what you wanted. Hey, Storm, what's up? How are you? Guys, appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me tonight. I am, ooh, Astral Etchings as an instant, huh? Oh, they're trying to put Astral Etchings on the bottom, which I think makes sense. We can attack for 10. Which is, like, the optimal play, right? We're just supposed to do that and then put the Waning Vengeance into play. Yeah, it's just the best thing we can do, I think. I think you play Waning Spectre this turn. I'm going to move the combat chain up here. You mean Waning Vengeance? Yeah, Waning. Okay, yeah. Waning Vengeance? No, I completely agree. We're gonna put it into play this turn. It does not have go again, but we are going to, like, flash it in here. I'm going to move the combat chain up top just to make life a little bit easier. And they do have a chi, so they do get to search off of the chi. I was like, I assume we have, wow. Yeah, so they use the chi to go get the Unravel Aggression to let them, like, redraw a card, which I think is a good play. I want to try making a blue non-word, non-aura Enigma. Ooh, what are we going for then? Are we off Mirror Guy? No, I'm definitely playing Mirror Guy. There's 3 Mirror Guys in the deck. Hey, Bim, what's up, dude? My Tuesday was busy. Was a little stressful and a little busy, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay. How was your Tuesday, man? How was the drive in? You and Nanny make it okay? I'm at work. Dude, I felt that storm. I am very happy to be home from work and hanging out, streaming cards, hanging out with you guys tonight. And no, Annabelle, we are not off Mirror Guy. That card's too good to not be playing, in my opinion. The only reason I wasn't playing it the very first time we streamed this list, excuse me, was because the only reason we weren't playing it to begin with was because it wasn't coded yet. Drive was fine, made it safe. Good, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Glad to hear you guys made it back okay. They could always have like a random like 0 for 4 to flash in, right? And we don't have a chi yet. Like, they're just not always going to be able to block everything out and still do what they want. So I think we're just playing the defensive game here. Guess I should have kept that, right? Maybe I should have kept that. I think I'm gonna sink this here. We're gonna sink the Waxing Spectre. It's a pretty good second cycle card. And right now I have the ability to attack. And I would rather block something else if I need to. So we'll put this on the bottom. Well, neither one of these cards block, unfortunately. Which means we're probably just losing the Waning Vengeance this turn. Yeah, we're going to have to clear the CNC out with the way this is going. Like, we're just not going to have a choice. We're going to have to clear the CNC out here, which I think is fine. It's definitely not great for us, but it's okay. So I think we're going to attack them for 4, pitching the Mirror Guy. We'll want to put the Mirror Guy on the bottom. And then I'll throw the Command and Conquer here at them for 6. And then we'll Arsenal the Sacred Art, because I think that's a really good card. Helena, honestly, my initial conclusions to this point are that Enigma is just like super powerful. Her natural counter is just anything that plays like Kodachis or tries to like chip in. So you're looking at cards like, so like her, like the natural counter, in my opinion, is anything like ninja related. I think KO's pretty good. If you run KO with Vambrace into Enigma, I think it's pretty solid. There's a lot of play there. I think that there's a I only took 1 counter. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Vincent also absolutely wrecks Enigma. I mean, to be fair, there's going to be quite a few cards that like absolutely just like give her a rough day at the office. There's going to be a lot of cards like that like I think there's going to be a lot of like decks that like give her a hard time to some extent. So I think it's one of those things you have to be. We're going to Arsenal this. Is there any way to like pitch Chi to play this? I don't know. This is a interesting hand. Attack reactions are very punishing. I do agree with that. Trying to be a more competitive player and already have a ticket to Worlds. I'm just waiting to buy PTI. Do you have any advice or pointers? As of right now, I plan on playing Enigma. So Lumberjack, welcome to like, you know, the more competitive like side of things. That's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. Love to hear that more people are getting into the game competitively. I think that one of the best things that I could tell you really, or anybody, is that you want to make sure that you are from like a sheer competitive standpoint, it's very important to like not just get frustrated, to keep track of your mistakes. Like I would say record your games. Even if you don't plan on streaming or anything, I would record your games. And we're going to pitch this. I would record your games and go back and watch them. That's like the one piece of advice I wish I could go back and give to myself from a long time ago. Okay. I mean, do I want to give up the pathway? It doesn't seem bad to me to give it up. Yeah, we'll give this ward 3, I guess, and make an extra spectral shield. So we'll have 3 spectral shields when this is all said and done with. And if they don't activate their arm piece, we're going to lose those 2, which I think is fine. And then the next time we draw an Unravel Aggression, we're going to say no blocks. We're going to pitch the Energy to play the Unravel Aggression to draw another card. Yep, we love to see that. We absolutely love to see that. What are you going to pre-release this weekend, Storm? Because I'm very excited for pre-releases. Why did we lose a shield? We shouldn't have lost a shield. I thought they were going to activate this. I'm just like trying to like do too many things at one time. Is the honest answer to that. That's just me playing like a forehead. So I'm going to lose a Spectral Shield. We're going to attack them with a Spectral Shield, attack them with a Waxing Spectre, and then attack them with a 10,000 Year Reunion and Arsenal to sink below here. Because there's no go again here. I mean, I guess there could be go again, but they wouldn't be. Well, they would be able to attack, actually. Probably would have been better for them to do it that way. So let's start with 2. I could have gotten a +1 counter. If I had activated Enigma first before we did that. I don't know. So if I play the Sacred Art and then I play this and then I play the other instant, let it come back to my hand. And then if I let it come back to my hand, I can activate Enigma with it still on the stack. Yep, absolutely. We attack for 5 here. Yeah, you choose the modes on play, but the modes only happen on resolution. So like we could have gotten the extra counter there, I think, Kevin. Would Waxing Spectre 10,000 and Spectral Shield into Shimmers be better? Probably. That probably would have been a better play because we're forcing them to make decisions early. And we just completely now when I want to attack the Shimmers, I have to attack them because this is just 11 damage to their face. And that was just a mistake on my part. Poor sequencing. So I'm going to be honest. Tonight may not be the best gameplay. I'm going to do my best to try and tighten up and play clean tonight, but I had a pretty stressful day at work today. So I'm kind of all over the place tonight. My head's pretty scatterbrained right now, thinking about all the things that are going on right now. So I apologize if I play rough or poor tonight. I apologize. Hey, Nev, what's going on, dude? How are you? There is 0 reason to get the... We can just lose a Spectral Shield here and be fine. We can sink below the Shimmers, I think. I'm just going to give the sink. Maybe I'm supposed to block with Shimmers in the sink. I don't know. If I block with the sink, I can bottom the Shimmers, and then we can let the Spectral Shield go. I was and if he does flip to try and do some nonsense, we can then give the other sink below. But I want to save the sink below to see what else my opponent has to do. Something Phantasmal Footsteps isn't good in Illusionist. Oh, what's up, Ethan? How are you? It's something easy to escape when you're when thinking your turn as illusionist. Yeah, no, I mean, that's really fair, and I really appreciate you pointing that out. Like, I'm always happy to, like, hear advice and, like, mistakes I might have made and things like that. I'm always very happy to be on that side, like, to hear that from people. So I really appreciate that. Please don't misinterpret my comment as a negative thing, because it's not in any way. I am very happy to receive critiques and criticism while I'm playing. I very actively tell everyone that I am a fan of backseat driving, and that you guys should, or backseat gaming, I guess is more accurate, and that you guys should help me or point something out when you see it anytime you want. Absolutely. Playing while talking is way harder than just playing. No. I'm not bothered by you guys pointing stuff out in any way. It was just one of those days at work. Like, things have been too quiet lately, and so now everything just happened at once at work today. Which, I mean, I'm sure everybody understands, you know, like days can just, some days are worse than others, and that's just how it is some days. I love how much work this card is putting in. Like, this card is so good. When you can just play Protect this card, you're in such a good spot, in my opinion. Part of me wants to Arsenal this, but I also think it's better to just throw the Reunion at them, the Waxing Spectre at them, and then put this into play, use Tunic to throw Shimmers at them. It's probably just the best thing to do, and, like, force their hand. Because right now we have them on the back foot. At least it feels like we have them on the back foot. So I want to do everything I can to try to continue to put them on the back foot and keep them there if I can. I'm a software developer. There was a bug in production code today and was working up until a few minutes ago. Dude, I'm going to be honest, man. I don't know that I could ever be like a software developer or a coder, bro. Like, it just like, whew. I've had to like edit code a couple of times for like some programs that I run at home for like some of the streaming stuff, and like, bro, it stresses me out to another level. I don't know how you guys do that. Doing well, just done with work. Any tips on how to play? Ooh, so pre-release is interesting because like I haven't had a ton of time to really think about like what I want to be playing at pre-release, if I'm being entirely honest. And that's like the God's honest truth, is that I haven't had a ton of time to sit and think about what I want to play. I think that New will probably be one of the easier heroes to build. I think New is probably the most powerful hero in Sealed, if I had to guess. Maybe Enigma might be the most powerful hero in Sealed if you have the ability to like build a solid Enigma deck, but I worry that you may not have what you want for the Enigma deck. That it might be tough to like find all the cards for the Enigma deck. Yeah, the fact that it was once per turn makes that really good. Feels better as well because we take the go again. That's why we test in staging. Dude, I mean, honestly, though. Part of me thinks that this is going to be headpiece inbound here. Or it's going to be arm piece, which means if I block here, I get a chi, and then I can use this on whatever they do after this. That's kind of like my guessing where I'm at right now and what I think they might be doing, but I don't know if that is what's going to happen here. I mean, I guess I can always block 6, right? And then I can just still attack like I have been. I just don't want to do something dumb when I'm like already winning this game. I think we'll just block like this. Okay, it's just pass. I mean, that's also fine. So we're going to attack them, pitching the standing order. Hey, Vijith, what's up, dude? How are you? Love coding. Then I tried doing it professionally, and I kind of hate the BS interview system and how you're expected to just go off the top of so many little intricacies. So I do have to say that, like, There's a lot, like I've been told about like people who like work in like the coding industry that like sometimes like your all's interviewing processes for jobs are actually terrible because it's not like a where people are sitting and like being like, oh hey, how are you, yada yada yada, like, you know, like tell me about yourself and like let's get to know you. It's more about like how efficient are you at your job, like, you know what I mean, like, and it's like, don't get me wrong, like efficiency is good, like efficiency is not a bad thing at your job. I'm not trying to say that it's a bad thing, but also at the same time, like, I don't know, part of like job interviews and like I think what makes them so interesting and like can help set people apart is like your ability as a person to just sit and have a conversation with someone. So glad to hear you're doing well. Can't confirm. Software engineer interviews are toughest part of the job. See, that's like, man, I hate to hear that. Like, I hate to hear that. Like, I mean, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, it still sucks. It's still miserable. The fact that we've already given them the haze bending token, like, we're just gonna arsenal the unravel aggression, and then we'll have the headpiece and unravel aggression whenever we would like it, which I think is pretty solid, pretty heads up here. What we're trying to accomplish. They want to flash something in on my turn, which is fine. I don't like, that's fine. We just Google stuff, copy and paste on the job. I love the sheer honesty behind that sentence, man. Oh, that's hilarious. I absolutely love the sheer honesty there. So block 4, pitch, Waxing Spectre. So we block 4 here, pitch Waxing Spectre, and then play Fate Foreseen. And then we get to go attack, attack, attack. We don't have to lose anything this way. I actually really like this card. The Coalescence Mirage, I think that card's really sweet. I just don't know that it's good enough for what we want to be doing. This is a blue 3-block. Sure, we'll just leave it on top. It's a blue 3-block. Coding interviews are so dumb. Dude Stack Overflow is the only reason I can do my job. Hey, Havoc, what's going on, brother? How are you? So the name of this game has kind of been the fact that we were able to set up 10,000 Year Reunion pretty early, and we were able to just protect it the rest of the game, and just like, this has been unrelenting pressure the rest of the game on my opponent. I think there was also a couple of windows when my opponent could have used their arm piece that they like totally missed out on, if I'm just being honest, that I think they should have taken, and they didn't. Like, I'm at 40 right now. This is crazy. Replace Stack Overflow with Chat GPT and you'll... Oh, that's funny. I mean, I appreciate my opponent being willing to play it out, but like, there's nothing they can do. They're just blocking every turn, and I'm at 40. They would have to be able to like activate Meridian Pathway and like take this off the board. Like, but even then, all of our other attacks are just better. We already have a D-React, so I don't have a reason to keep a D-React in my hand. Like, we already have a pretty solid one. I am going to keep the Preserve Tradition because it gives me the ability to potentially transcend if there was going to be another turn of the game, but there's not. Yeah, we like literally we set up 10,000 Year Reunion on like a super early turn of the game, and then we just continued to just like over and over and over again. Emergency BNR incoming. Oh man, dude, if there's an emergency BNR, I would be baffled. Like, honestly, like Enigma's like very strong and very good, but like she has a lot of ways that she's like fair, if that makes sense. There is one that has overpower if you have a spectral shield, which is pretty interesting. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's from Dust Till Dawn, Zergle, and I think that like I actually looked at that card for a minute. You say that until you go into Ninja with Enigma. I mean, dude, like Illusionist just struggles in the Ninja, right? Like, it's just a thing. Like, especially if like they're playing Kodachis, I just don't know what you're supposed to do. You know, like I don't like if you're playing the like new Zen list and it's like you know, the Kakara or Chakra, however you pronounce that, and they're like trying to play the like really weird Tiger plan. There are some lists that are better than others, but there's like, excuse me, but some of those lists are like just awkward enough to where we can get there at the end of the day with enough tech. So Valk, I hear what you're saying, that you struggle into Prism as Katsu. It's not exactly the same thing. I feel like Kadachi's like, when you're playing offense as Katsu, you're clearing my board most of the time. And that's not always the case in Prism, because Prism will play a value game with you and then just like throw Herald of Triumphs at you and then put Angels into play and then get value out of those. So I definitely think that as a Katsu player, you will struggle more into Prism than you will into Enigma 100% of the time. 100% of the time. Meridian Pathway. I think we want the Traverse here. Man, the Unmovables are going to look really good here. We'll bring in the Commanding Conquerors, and I think we'll just leave everything else the way that it is. The Tide Maw and Coalescence combo is just going to be like, who's your daddy, if we can set it up this game. I think all the new heroes are quite fair and balanced. It's just people not knowing how to play against them yet. Yeah, 100%, Annabelle. I could not agree with you more on that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reality Refractor with Enigma trounces ninjas. Go on. At first, you had my attention or whatever, or you had my interest, but now you have my attention. I'm listening. Hey, Zechariah, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? I guess let's put this into play. I really hate that we're like not doing this very efficiently, but we're gonna attack for 4 in Arsenal of Fate for Scene. Seems pretty good. Yo, Dylan, what's up, dude? I'm doing well, buddy. I'm doing well. How are you, brother? You doing okay? You think Phi has any legs? Bro. So, if you look at February, which they like calculate all the games played on February, Phi has like one of the lower winning percentages of any hero in CC right now against like the metagame as a whole, which is interesting. But I would be lying if I said no, because I really think there's something there. I think Phi has a decent place in the metagame. One of the biggest problems that I like kind of see Phi players running into, in my opinion, is that like you're better off just to play Katsu most of the time. Now, like I say that, you know, I love Phi. Like if Phi was a good pick for Nationals and someone breaks the metagame, if you let's just say this right here, and y'all can clip this, I don't care. If you have found a way to break the metagame open with Phi and you're not sharing it, you can swear me to secrecy. If you share your list with me, it will never leave my lips. I won't even share it with my team if that's what we're doing, because none of them are playing at Nationals, so I don't feel bad about it. But if you have found a way to break the metagame open with Phi, let your boy know. Let your boy know. That's all I'm saying. Just let your boy know. So Mo said Phi has 2 legs, dude. Oh, King said everyone play Refractor, please. I want to know why you want people to play Refractor. That's scary. Yeah, Refractor's a really interesting card. Like, as a whole, it is a super interesting card. I mean, this has to be a pummel, right? And if it's not a pummel, like, cool. But if it is a pummel, we're just gonna throw the fate. Okay. I mean, deal. So we get to attack for 4 and then put Haze Bending into play? Works for me. Works for me. Just got back from a Call of Duty event in Toronto. Oh, dude. I did not know. Like, I know you were like a Call of Duty person. Like, I've seen like your pictures and stuff on Twitter randomly. But like, do you play competitively, Dylan? Is that like a thing you do? Nearly 2 a.m. Have to for a new game. Hey, Annabelle, thanks for hanging out. Hope you sleep well. Have a good night. Very nice for aggro matchups because you can let your board clear and swing back for 6 to 10. I mean, that's true. I guess you're just like outvaluing them over and over again, which is actually like really cool. So I can see that. Yeah, you don't have to twist my arm too hard. Most people have learned Shimmers makes Refractor an interesting card with Meridian Pathway. Spectral Auras, depending on the matchup, are Orclight Sentinels for 0. Huh, that's interesting. I mean, so like the idea of like playing like Meridian Pathway and playing like an Aura build, I think is really cool and something that needs to be explored on like a bigger level. I haven't really had a chance to like, you know, like explore it, but you know, Fino came out with a video talking about the idea of playing Fino came out with a list talking about the concept of playing I'm having a stroke right now, good lord, of playing Iris, and I think that's really cool. I just want people to Refractor so I can get free wins in the mirror. Oh, bro, that's hilarious. Okay, so we're going to pitch Metamorph to attack for 4. We're going to play the Astral Etchings as an instant, and then I'm going to attack... Well, I guess we're not going to attack with the Spectral Shield. I would rather buff this by 2 as opposed to give this go again, I think. We could also use the Arm Piece to give this go again, which is like not a bad concept, but I do want to put Shimmers into play. We actually get to attack now without having to use our Arm Piece, which is like crazy value for us. You love to see that, right? And then as a reaction, we're going to put a counter on this. We're going to push over 2 points of damage because every counter that you have on this is really worth 2 points. And then because of the Quicken token, we get to attack for free, which is actually pretty good here. I love that it seems like I don't really know that I like this block. If I was going to block with anything, I probably would have blocked with Crown and Aura Aegis because I think Aura Aegis is one of the first things I want to block with, but I don't know. Bro, you play Metamorph at the end, it's threatened. I mean, yeah, we do get to threaten to like copy Mira Guy, which is cool, but I don't really want to do that at the end, right? Like I just want to add to the board. I want to put Shimmers into play. Like we have a Fate Foreseen set up and I want to force them to like try and attack us, right? Like I think that's just overall better. If I'm like, you know, not completely crazy here. Also standing order just slaps right here. I'm a dumb ninja player, forgive me. Dylan's over here like, dude, everything I do has go again. Like, why would your 1 for 7 not have go again? The Mirror Guy copy doesn't get counters, really? Also, Slip, what's going on, brother? How are you, man? Oh, this red Astral? Chef's kiss. We're about to go ham. About to go ham. Well. They've represented a pummel already once, so, like, part of me's wondering if they're just going to have it again here. I mean, this is too good, right? Like, this is just too good. Like, to play the standing order. So, block 5, which is the easy block. If they don't have pummel, it's a major W for us. We could block Command & Conquer and Brothers in Arms and save this. Yeah, we want to save the pummel, right? Like, because of that. So I think we're just like, but we want to say, like, so there's no world where I can block with this and do anything else. So we're just going to block like this. This feels really bad to block with Brothers in Arms like this. I don't like this. I don't like blocking like this. Okay, so this is a pummel, 100%. So I'm not going to block. Yeah. We're going to play the Fate Foreseen. We'll bottom that, I guess. It would be a real feels bad, but I could block with the headpiece here if I wanted to. Did they actually just pass? Bro, what? So this is for free, right? Like the shimmers is just for free? Dude, I have no idea. Is this mirror guy for 16? And then we add 3 counters to this. Wait, it's for 14, right? It's for 14, right? Yeah, 14. He said bad manifestation. No, you're good, Kevin. You're good. I was just like making sure because like I counted 14, but I was like, man, maybe I'm just like on crack. And like it's really not as much as I think it is. Or I was like, maybe it's more than I think it is. I would rather count wrong in that direction, you know? Oh, that's pretty good. This is a lot of damage that we're pushing through, but like, is this really... I mean, I guess this is just always correct, right? Because what? This has ward X. So now this has ward 7. It's bananas. Razor reflex twice. The fact that we're pushing over 8 points of damage here on turn 4 like this as... And we also just get to attack here because it's free. It's free real estate. I love that meme. I absolutely love that meme. Let's go. Lumberjack with the hydrate. Sorry, I just now saw that, but... I mean... This hand blocks 9 and attacks for 14. Bro. Here comes the golden song for 10 overpower. Just yeet the kitchen sink at him? I mean, listen, I'm all about throwing these big attacks, man. No. Shimmers is a once per turn effect. It just gives the +1 to the very first thing. Mo, but good question. Well, this is the hand versus the golden sun. I mean, yeah, this is not bad. So, like, we get to... So, honestly, if it is just golden sun for 10, like, if that's all they, like, decide to do, I love that they're destroying their gold. They're, like, trying to find a pummel or a go again card, I think, here, which is weird that they, like, discarded this or, like, pitched this. I don't... Like, I assume it's awkward in some capacity here. Yeah, so they're like clearly looking for go again, but they had go again. So we're just gonna play Unravel Aggression and let go of the Spectral Shield here, right? Yo. The Turtle Maturin. The Turtle Maturin? I don't know. I hope I said that right. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us tonight. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Or if you don't eat hot dogs, let me know what kind of food you like. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you in the chat. We do not have a Chi index, sadly. We have not made a Chi this game. I wish. If we had a Chi index, I would go Traverse into Fate Foreseen. Please play the pummel. I was like, yes. Like, they just don't understand how much this feeds into what I wanted. This just feeds into what I wanted. So we get to block Fate Foreseen, or we get to react with Fate Foreseen. We're going to put that on top. We're gonna put that on top. And then I'm gonna give the Unravel Aggression. Take 1, lose our Spectral Shield. So here's a very serious question, like a real question we should ask here. Oh yeah, I guess it won't be good anymore, will it? That's right. We won't have a spectral shield. I mean, listen, we can make more, right? I mean, it's just better to attack, right? Because the argument here is that we could arsenal this. Like, we could arsenal this and like try to like set up a little bit and have some protection in arsenal here. But obviously my opponent is on out muscles, so like they're still on like massive, like they're probably on 3 Rouse, 3 Zealous, and 2 out muscles if I had to guess. And if we get one more turn of attacking like this, it's over. Yeah, if they don't draw a third pummel or go again, they are cooked 100%. 16 for 1 is so good, right? So we literally just blocked 9 from hand and then attacked for 16. I love that they're just destroying their gold. They're trying so hard to find things to do. I got into Fab because there was an LGS down the block, and I have some... And I love some caramelized onions and relish on a hot dog. Dude, let's go. That's awesome, man. Well, dude, Turtle, welcome to the channel, man. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Means a whole bunch. Well, we might not get to keep everything this turn, guys. We may just be down and outski here. Yeah, so Shimmers and like Miragai makes Coalescence so much better. Okay, so let's think about this. We can take nothing from the Command and Conquer and lose our Miragai, put Waxing Spectre into play and attack for 5, which is not a bad play. Or I can flash it in, flip this to give this a counter and block here to block 3, 4, 5, 6 and stop it. We can save it here. We do not have a Chi in the deck, sadly. The question is this worth saving? Because, like, it's probably worth saving, right? The only problem I have is that if we draw, like, a non-go-again card next turn, or, like, if we draw, like, a hand that, like, doesn't block very well, we're in a bad spot. Would it be better to block with Tunic? With Tunic Head? Actually, you're completely right. Yeah, so if we block like this, we get to keep it in attack for a bajillion, so that's actually a way better play. Yeah, no, that is a way better play. We get to block like this, and then we literally get to attack for 18. Yeah, sorry. Like, man, I'm not there tonight, guys. It's just not there. You 100% save it? Man, I literally talk about maybe not saving it, and everybody's like, yeah, how about you just go lay in the 4-lane, pal? So we have a Restless Coalescence on the top of our deck, which is... Ooh. This is a tough hand. So we're losing this, right? Like, there's just no world where this is gonna work. Imagine Lunging Press from Arsenal now. Dude, I would have cried if that had been Lunging Press. Yeah, I know. Slip, dude. Slip coming out with the goated block right there. 100%. Okay, so this is for 11. So if I flash this in and take 7 counters... Yeah, almost. Well, I mean, I think we're still gonna... I think that we're still gonna be close to a perfect game, right? I'm trying to think of what we can do here. How we can save this. I don't think that we can do this in response and it really help. So this has Ward 9 currently. We just have to take 2, right? We just have to take 2. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That class is truly in the dirt now. Are you talking about Guardian? Because if you are, I sadly have to agree with you. I think rebuilding is just like the most efficient way to go here. So we get to play Tide Maw, play Passover. We'll banish Visit the Golden Estate. Doesn't really matter. We get an energy back to our hand. We get to... So we want to make sure that we can take multiple cards out of their hand. Peanut butter and spray cheese on hot dogs is the way to eat them. Try it. Ooh. Oh, I like that. I like that. That's kind of cool. So play Restless Coalescence, I think is the correct thing to do. This is 3. I think we have to pitch the Haze Bending. So this is 3. We get to make a Spectral Shield. And then we're going to throw the... Yeah, the fact that my opponent has to block 6 means that there's no way for them to throw it this turn. I mean, I guess technically there's like always some like weird world where they could... They were just dead, right? I'm like, yeah. I just completely wasn't thinking about that because of the arm piece. Yeah, my opponent's just dead because of the arm piece here. I can totally tell that I am like asleep at the wheel today. And then they're just dead. Because they would have had to have overblocked there. So if they overblock there and then they block the Spectral Shield, then they could technically give me 1 card. So I guess technically they block with 2 cards. And then we, on the Spectral Shield, they block Aura Magus and Civic Steps. And then on the Tide Maw, they block Gauntlets. And then they still only have 2 cards left, which means they still were not able to throw the Pulverize at me. So it just wasn't an option for them. I mean, sure, he had no idea what was there. We'll go with that. That sounds good. I like that. Mirror Guy is a hell of a card. Absolutely. I feel like that should just be like, we should just rename the stream to Mirror Guy is a hell of a card. Dude, Zergle, no, please, no apologies, man, for the backseating. It's always welcome. I'm always very inviting of people who are like want to hang out and talk about it. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, man. Hope you have a good night. All right, 2-0. 2-0. Yeah, Mirror Guy's like just bananas, right? Like just absolutely bananas. Okay, there we go. So Enigma, we played against the Mirror. We went first when it was a landslide due to being able to protect the 10k years card with a counter. And then, well, this game should actually be kind of difficult, I think. Like, I know that like that's kind of like almost like ha ha ha, but if they run the waning moon into us, it'll probably be, might be a little difficult. I just wrote down Kano instead of Victor. Victor, we went first when Mirror Guy had 8 counters on it, and we attacked with it multiple times. So I feel like that's a pretty good stat line so far of what we're looking at to this point. Pretty good stat line. Okay, so we want AB. We want AB. Command and Conquer's good. We don't want Sink Belows. We don't want Fate for Scenes. We don't want Unravel Aggressions. And then we can just run our 60 here. I think this is fine, right? My opponent is not. They are not. I repeat. My opponent is not on that. Interesting. So let's just put this into play. We'll pitch the Miraging Metamorph to play. No, we won't. I lied. We're gonna flash this in and pass. Just see what they do. Kill him? Oh no, we're gonna kill him that fast. Herald of Miragai? I like that. Herald of Miragai. I like that. That's good. I mean, the fact that we got to attack with that thing for 18 is like kind of insane. Like kind of crazy. Ooh, pitching a Scour. Just trying to clear cards out. Yep, and then we'll just pass. Be curious to see how they do into this without the without them having Waning Moon. I'm very like I assume that they're just not running Waning Moon as their plan here. Make them regret life choices. We're gonna do our best here. When I was new to Kano, I didn't know to play Moon into Prism. I mean, that's fair. So, Jack, they may not be aware that that's like what they should be doing. That is like a very solid possibility. I don't think there's anything wrong with catching that. So good. Yeah, good catch. They may not know that. So let's pitch, hold the line. And then we'll lose our blue. Let's flash in Waxing Spectre. Attack for 5. Or I'm sorry, for 4. God, I had and then we'll come in for 7. I had oh man, he's gonna try and clear the board. I had I definitely had Shimmers in play too long last game. Too long. Oh, he's doing something, all right. He's doing something. I have got my shuffling cards all out of whack. What does this card say? So it's up 3, and it deals that much +1. So he's probably going to get our Waning Vengeance here. Oh no, it's a Potion of Deja Vu. Interesting. Kano match should be interesting. I'm excited to play this. I've only played against Kano one time, and it was very... like, I was winning the game, and then I just tapped out like a boob, and I lost. So I'm hoping to not make that mistake again. So we're going to lose Waning Vengeance and make a Spectral Shield. And they do nothing to us. It's free real estate. I just like saying that. Honestly, I just like saying that. We get to attack for 4. We get to flash in Waxing Spectre. Oh, we had 2 floating Didoi. Slip was like, gasp. I'm gonna move the combat chain up here again. I like am constantly forgetting to like move the combat chain, so that we can see the auras better. That's just like Whispers. It's free real estate, dude. I love that meme so much, and I have no idea why. Like, I used it in like one of my like shorts, like / TikToks I made one time, and I've just said it ever since. I had like never seen it before until I like literally just found it on the internet, like looking for like funny memes to use one afternoon. And then all of a sudden it was just, oh, sorry, opponent. We're gonna apologize to our opponent here. Sorry. They're gonna block with Scour. I don't really know why. Like, does he understand what this card does? Oh, with cost 0. Oh, so he could destroy only my spectral shields. Interesting. Very interesting. So we pitch our yellow to AB2, lose a Spectre and a shield. And then all of a sudden, we're cooking with gas again. Don't really want to... It's like, I don't really want to arsenal that card, so... Oh, I probably should have put Tide Maw into play to stack up counters there because it'll attack for a bunch into them. I wasn't even thinking about that. So in my head, I was thinking, I'm going to run this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to attack on my turn. I'm going to run out Ward 2, and then I'm going to arsenal the Tide Maw. But if I would have run it out last turn, I would have gotten 2 counters off of it. So would have been a better play last turn to pull, and I just right over my head. We could play Tide Maw and then preserve Tradition. Put the Metamorph on the bottom. There's a world where you play Coalescence and strip the counter off the Waxing and let it die. That's not bad. I don't hate that either. Like, that's like not a bad play. I don't hate that. I don't know what matchup is more free, OG Prism versus Oldhim or Enigma versus Kano. Dude, OG Prism versus Kano was, or I'm sorry, versus OG Prism versus Oldhim was miserable for Oldhim, bro. Absolutely miserable. Wait, why is this stealing 5? Sorry, bud. Yeah, no, I guess that it is what it is. I should pay more attention. Yep. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that was just not me paying attention. Yeah, they definitely buffed with a tome, and I was just assuming that they drew cards. Man, I'm telling you, like, I can tell that I am, like... So Carly and I went to a concert last night, and we went and saw Noah Khan last night in Asheville, which is about an hour and 15 minutes from us. And he was really cool. It was a great show. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. He was just, like, really cool in general. Like, his, like, whole, like attitude, sense of humor. He was just a cool human being. And it was really fun to be there, but we didn't get back until like 1:30 last night. We got back around 12:30, but we didn't get, ooh, they're hatting. Interesting. I don't think they understand how that works, but okay. And so like today I'm just killed because like I did not get a lot of sleep last night, and I'm just like super tired. Tried playing that matchup where the Oldhim got the perfect hand every time while the Prism stayed pitch stacking and the Oldhim still lost. Yeah, dude, it's a terrible matchup. Like that was a horrible matchup. And I say that as someone who played a lot of Oldhim. I loved Oldhim, but like that matchup was like virtually unwinnable, it felt like. Did my opponent are they trying to combo me right now? And I respect their want to like combo me. Yeah, so before the wildfire resolves, I'm just going to use Tunic. And I mean, I guess if it's for 6, I shouldn't, right? Slip said, oh shit, they know the combos. Am I like getting got? Am I about to get got right now? Is that like what's happening? I mean, that does happen sometimes. Sometimes you just get got. So I should only AB 1 because I have 3, 4, 5. And then we get to make a Spectral Shield. And then technically, since we don't... And this is 1, right? So we're just going to prevent this. Guess I could have flashed in... I guess I could have flashed in Tide Maw right there just to like have some counters on it. Would have not been bad. And then they concede. Yay! Man, this matchup feels abysmal. Like, I don't know how Kano ever wins this matchup, especially if you're not running Waning Moon. Like, if you're not on Waning Moon, I don't think you have, like, any shot at crossing that finish line. That felt like... I mean, with Waning Moon, it's probably a little different. Enigma into Kano. We went first. We got the win. They did not. Waning Moon. And we ended at 40. Enigma is like one of the main reasons that I would like want like beating the fact that you beat Kano so bad is like one of the main reasons I would want to play Enigma at Nationals. I hate losing to Kano so much. Holding the blue for the AB is always a good play. That actually makes sense that like me having the blue there, like kind of like as a weird, like as like the Tide Maw as like a weird AB. I don't know why you would ever pick to play this matchup. Like, you're literally coming in here and playing against a matchup that you have like a pretty heavy favor against. So I don't really understand why they even want to play against me, but I mean, I guess we'll play them. You may play auras. Okay, so it's not from hand, it's just auras in general. So Command and Conquer's looking good. This could be pretty decent for the second part, right? I mean, it's definitely time to get some Riptide practice. Why you're shelving Kano for a bit? I think a lot of people are like shelving Kano because Enigma is just in the metagame and so like relevant. I think that's a big reason for a lot of people, in all honesty. Yeah, we'll just run it like this. I think we're just gonna try and set up like a combo. Like, we're just gonna try and like set up a combo with Coalescence. Restless Coalescence, I think. Instant speed counters in resolution step in this matchup. When you say instant speed resolution counters, are you talking about from the Restless Coalescence? Is that what you mean? Yeah, time to get some Riptide practice. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. We're about to get some practice, all right. So they're coming in for 8, and we can block 7. I mean, we just can't block more. It's just not in the cards, quite literally. I think I'm going to pitch the Manifestation here. I think that's the best thing we're doing here. This matchup makes you consider Refractor. I mean, that's fair. This matchup is abysmal. Like, this matchup is abysmal. I don't like this matchup at all. I don't want to play this. Like, this is probably, like, the #1 reason to not play Enigma. It's also, like, the #1 reason to not play Phi right now is because, like, if this is good into Enigma, like, there's a higher chance of you seeing Riptide as Phi, and that's really bad. It was cool that the Kano played it out. I would have just instant conceded. I mean, that's fair. Like, I think some people, like... But, like, they joined the game, right? They joined our match knowing what we were playing because we're in, like, the open CC format. So... We're just going to pass an Arsenal to Coalescence. I have no interest in attacking. Oh, so since we can... Oh, I see what you're saying now, Slip. So we can use Astral as instant speed during the resolution step. But they won't take more damage if it's during the resolution step, right? Or are you just, like... Does that give go again, I guess? You play any Blitz at all? So, Doubt, when it comes time for... When it comes time for skirmish season, I stream Blitz a little bit, yeah, because I'm not a huge fan of Blitz. I think CC is like definitely the like more prime competitive format, but I am like a fan of playing Blitz every now and again, you know, just to like keep me fresh on the metagame and stuff like that. So we're probably just going to lose this, right? Play CC right now, unique to Blitz heroes. Yeah, the unique to only Blitz is like kind of cool, and I think it makes it more fun to think about from time to time and whether I want to play it or not. I think we'll just take one here. And a Restless with a few counters. Yeah, I agree. I think that you're going like that we're going to have to like combo them with a Restless Coalescence if we're going to try to win this game. That's probably the most effective way to like make sure that this game is won. In that capacity, yeah, I agree. Hi, Taryn. Carly's upstairs sleeping right now, and Taryn must have come downstairs to hang out with me. We'll just block 6. The problem is, like, when are you ever supposed to attack? So we want to put this into play. Then we're going to play Homage. Like, are you only supposed to attack with, like, cards like Command and Conquer and, like, other random things? I don't know. Like... I mean, yeah, so, like, Refractor, like, not triggering traps is actually super relevant. And I honestly think anything that doesn't trigger traps in this matchup goes a long way for you. There are probably going to be a lot of hands this game where I actually just say, like, no blocks. And we play or I'm sorry, not no blocks, that we don't attack. And I'm trying to, like, set up a crazy, like, wide board if I can. Because the deck blocks pretty efficiently, right? Like, for the most part, we block pretty efficiently. Like, if we can get multiple Spectral Shields in play and a Coalescence with a bunch of counters on it, I'm pretty interested in, like, trying to set up one of these and then trying to run over the game that way. Oh, God, here we go. So we're, like, already gonna, like, lose our board because we have a hand that has 2 no blocks in it and one that only blocks 2, which is, like, big Sag. Running bad Luminaris. Can you play lag in this deck? I have no clue how this matchup works. Doubt, this matchup is pretty rough for us as Enigma. Like, this is a very, like... This is a very favored Riptide matchup, in my opinion. I mean, it's sad, but we, like, have to block like this, right? And then we could pitch the Coalescence to flip this up to put a counter on the Tide Maw if he plays a... No, that actually doesn't work, does it? Yeah, no, that does not work the way I want it to. I want to save this for an Unravel aggression that we have in Arsenal. I'm going to hope that we can set one up and try to make that happen. Oh. For this matchup? just for like, oh, like when you say for this matchup, do you mean against Riptide? Because like, would you even want that against Riptide? Played you like an hour ago, and then you got recommended on YouTube. Pog and GG. Yeah, Mortimer, I remember your name. Absolutely, man. Dude, thanks for the game earlier. I appreciate it. I'm always happy to play fun games, man. I do really appreciate it. So, flash this in. So if we flash this in, and still the counter goes here. This is going to be for 8. I mean, we could flash this in and also do this, but I don't really want to. So I'm sorry, it's for 9 because of Dreadbore. We're going to activate this, and we're going to block 2, 3, 4, 5. Take 4. Defensive Zen, ain't it? I was curious because you had a lot of like defense reactions in your list, and I was like, this is interesting. I was like, I wonder why you were like, I was really curious why you were wanting to play them, not only in general, but just like into me also. Like, I thought that was intriguing that you were running them against Enigma. Oh, you wanted to run it against Riptide? Oh, in the resolution step you can stop traps. Okay. By pitching yellows to give go again. That's cool. Because in the resolution step you can still give go again, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. We there. We there, fam. I mean, we get to block 8 here, and we're just going to put this to the bottom. Take 1. Go to 34, get a Pox token. On our turn, I'm going to play Shimmers. And then when they ask about the Pox token, we will just pay here to keep our life up. Keep the life total up. The list didn't have enough space to take them all out. Okay, that makes more sense. I was curious because like when you played them all against me, I was like, this feels like pretty weird. I was like, this feels like not correct to me. But, you know, I'm open to being wrong about things, so I'm always open to like hearing other opinions. But it seemed very interesting to me that you were running like a very heavy defensive list against Enigma. But the fact that you couldn't cut them in the list makes sense. Well, it's about to be 3-1, boys. The run was too good, I think. I think we had our fun against Victor earlier, and now we're just about to get rickrolled. That is the 3rd fatigue shot they've thrown at me. Worst part's we can't even play this. Like, are we just gonna lose this? The Seek and Destroy is just gonna get us, right? There's like nothing we can do. I guess technically I can block here. I can play this, but it would be the same thing, and I would rather get the Haze Bending in play. I think I would rather lose the Unraveler or the Unravel aggression. I'm gonna sub. I hope we play again, dude. I appreciate the sub, brother, and I appreciate you coming by and saying hi, man. I enjoyed our game. I also hope we get to play again. Oh wait, I can pitch for the Blood Rot before Seek and Destroy. I can reorder the triggers. It's time to pay taxes. Yeah, This is like the worst taxes ever, bro. We're about to... This is rough. Like, we're already at 22. Now, we played Tide Maw to set up a little bit here. We play Haze Bending. And then we pass. We're going to reorder the triggers so that we can do it the way we want. Pox goes on the stack, and we're going to pay Pitching Unravel Aggression. Yep. Frailty goes away, and we have nothing to seek and destroy. We're living in 2040, boys. Hey, Mello, what's up, dude? How are you, brother? Yeah, Refractor does seem actually insanely good against Riptide because we just get to throw 6 like block and then just stare at them. Yeah, there are a lot of times when people like join these games, like, and I don't know if it's like they literally just like want to like it. So when my opponents join games like this, I always try to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, you know what? Like maybe they are testing something. Maybe they think there is like something that they could do. Like maybe they think there's something they need to work on for this matchup. You know, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to judge. I'm going to try not to be too, you know, hypocritical here. I think we're just supposed to throw this, right? But try not to be too judgy, but sometimes it feels like people like cherry pick these matchups on Talishar. And I'm like, why? Like, why are we cherry picking this matchup? Like, this is a fantastic matchup for you. And it's very possible that my opponent has just like been playing Riptide for a while, and one of their buddies was like, hey, that's a really good matchup for you. And they were like, oh, really? Well, I'll have to play against it and see. Like, you know, it's just something like that. We probably could have brought out some of the D-Reacts. Yeah, that would have made sense here to actually bring them out. Yeah, the Sleep Dart for 14 was really good. Hey, John, what's up, dude? I've been doing really well. How about yourself, brother? You've been doing okay? Yeah, there's going to be a ton of Enigmas moving forward. There's going to be a lot of Enigmas at Nationals. It's got me really questioning what I want to play. Oh, brother, deal. Deal. Let's make another Haze Bending. That is, like... I am so okay with that exchange. So this is like, we're going to try to Arsenal this, right? Like we want to Arsenal this. I would like to be able to block 6 here. I mean, I can Fate this one, so we should. Yeah, I can Fate this one, so I should. Absolutely. I have not got to draft this set yet. I really want to, Quinn. Like, I think that drafting this set is going to be a lot of fun. Have you, like, has it felt really good to draft it? Like, has it felt, like, pretty, like, fair and fun and, like, you know, just pretty much all the way around? Gotta get the reps in, even if it's a winning match. I get that. That's why I say, like, I really try to give, like, my opponent the benefit of the doubt when, like, you know, I cue into people who are, like, you know, running this matchup, and I'm just like, really? But I try my best to, like, you know, not just sit and be hateful. I mean, I kind of just want to block 6 and let the Tide Maw go make 2 Spectral Shields and then put this into play. I think that's the best thing I can do this turn. Because we get double Haze Bending, which is super value for us. I got a list from a buddy, Protect the Queen type list, I guess. I mean, dude, like, I think that... I think Enigma's really cool and a lot of fun. I think Enigma is a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people are going to be playing Enigma, like, come national season. If I had to guess, I think it's going to be a really popular hero. We'll attack, since we have 2 Spectral Shields, we'll attack with 1. Because if they, like, throw a Frailty Trap or something at us, we can block with the other one. So, I think you just win now? I don't know about that. Could be, but I don't know. Hey, Jason, what's up? My day has been very good, brother. How has your day been? You been doing all right, fam? This is the turning point? Okay, so like multiple of you guys seem to think this is going to be the real turning point here. This will be tough. We're just going to have to try and line up like a protect the shield kind of thing. I guess it like its base power is equal to its attack, so like that literally does nothing. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and get one of these into Arsenal. More ward? Yeah, I kind of figured they would trap, but I guess this does nothing against me, so... Yeah, I think we're just gonna protect the Spectral Shield here. We're gonna do our best anyway. Like, this hand does not protect the Spectral Shield very well. We could use the Traverse to try and set and get a... We could get one of our Chis. I think we have a Chi. Maybe we don't have a Chi. I genuinely can't remember. We might not have a Chi. I honestly can't remember. So this is for 7. So if I block 4, 5, 6, 7, pitching the Fate Foreseen, we're not going to attack with the Spectral Shield if we do that. This is for 8, so actually this clears the board for us, but we do get double Spectral Shield back, don't we? That's insane. So we block 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, get 2 Spectral Shields back. Seems okay, right? Did we make one? Can you link this list in the chat by any chance? Yeah, no, we absolutely can. Yeah, give me just a second and I'll link it. While I'm doing this, if you want to find the deck, John, you can hit !deck and actually find the link yourself, if you'd like to. But if not, just give me a minute and I'll do it here in just a second for you, buddy. I think the plural of Chi is Chi, but everyone called it cheese. So it's funny to me. Enigma shields herself with stinky blue cheese. I love that. We're definitely going to steal that. I like that a lot. That's fun. That's really fun. Oh, man, that's cool. Yeah, I really need there to not be like another Murkmire Grapnel. They've already played one. They're probably on multiples if I had to guess, so... Is to keep as many shields as you can. Let your non-shield auras die and swing with shields on your turn. I do agree. I think that is the game plan here. I think we're going to win by having a large Spectral Shield. And if they continue to not respect these auras like this, we're going to be in a decent spot, I think. So I am very inclined to agree with that. The only traps that are turned on against the shields are like go again traps, because none of them have greater power than their base. None of them have gained power. It's all base power because of Cosmo, which means it's literally just the go again traps, which is pretty solid. Yeah, I think we probably should have trimmed on some of the D-reacts this game, just with how it could line up like with Dreadbore like that, which means we probably should have cut some of them. But it's weird because we want them all, right? Like, we just want to be arsenaling them, and we want to hope that they don't have a release attention. I was like, I don't know what my opponent's doing here. So I don't really want to leave this card in my hand, although I guess like having a Chi is not bad, or having a potential Chi in my hand is not bad. But I could pitch this to come in with the other Spectral Shield if they don't play a trap here to like ping me, which might not be bad. Really just depends on like what our opponent does here. Yeah, us having an Arsenal also plays around Codex. I do like that. The Inertia Trap is turned on by counters. Oh, it is turned on by counters. So this one isn't turned on by anything. Like, this is literally just one, like, there is no trap that can be turned on here, so I'm okay just sending this one. It would. You're absolutely right, Mello. Yeah, Quinn let us know that, like, I was just completely talking out of my butt right there, and I was just wrong. that the counter we get from Shimmers actually like makes sure that we are in a spot where like this does turn on the trap. So yeah. And sending the Spectral Shield is safe here because there are no traps that are turned on to fight it. Now, see, man, like, yeah, this is where I'm like, I'm really getting punished for... Okay, this could be a really good spot for my opponent. I can block 9. I can block 9. And honestly, I might block with the headpiece to go get a Chi here so that we could have it for next turn. What are the odds that they have something bad? Oh. We're definitely not seeking promotions right now. I have to remember how to like take chat options here. Where's it at? There it is. We're banning our bot friends. They were a very polite bot. Bots have gotten a little bit nicer, but that was definitely a bot, brother. So I can block 3, 5, 7, but I really want to arsenal this. So I think it's 3, 5, and then the D-React, and we can use Shimmers here. I don't even know if these decks play Rain Razors, honestly. Like, does Riptide play Rain? Does anybody know? This does play around Rain either way, but I'm just curious. Oh, man. We're going to bottom that. I think we want to see one of those second cycle. The more, like, Spectral Shields we can get into play, the better off we're going to be, so... Managed to save just a little bit of money. Don't have to drive too far. So we'll attack for 3 here. They just wanted to sell you viewers. Nothing wrong or suspicious about that. I do like that we get to play Shimmers on our turn. I don't know that we're going to use the pathway, though. Do we want to? Like, do we want to pay to use this on our turn? Is this even how we want to do this? I was like, we're just going to play it, right? So this deals a damage to us and we lose our Spectral Shield. Okay. And so now we get to play Shimmers. And then Arsenal the Unravel aggression. And hope there's not a release attention. The one guy who's a Riptide one trick on YouTube, The Village, I think is their name, runs it. Runs what card? What card are we talking about, Mello? Sorry, I just want to make sure I understand what we're talking about. Yeah, so Kevin, if they did have double Rain Razors there, they would have gotten us, but like, is that even a thing that like people do? Like, is that a thing? I mean, I could pitch Inner Chi to Enigma, which is like not a bad plan, but I want to use the Chi for the Unravel aggression. We just keep drawing multiple defense reactions in our hand, and Dreadbore is just like punishing us for it. Yeah, oh, Rain Razors? Okay, so they do play Rain Razors in some capacity. I mean, I could block with this, or we could just, like, try to play this card, right? Like, we could, like, just live in, like, 2040 and try to play this card. Because technically, if we pitch Inner Chi to play this and we draw blue, we get to go 3, 6, 7, the Tunic to play this. I mean, Remorseless is fine. Remorseless has no text here. It says, if it's put into your arsenal face up, they arsenaled it last turn. So they didn't activate Dreadbore. Like, this is actually fine. Yeah, we can. We can D-react here. I promise you we can D-react here. And if we can't, then Talashar's wrong, because I've had multiple very high-level judges tell me how this works. Yeah, the fact that they put it into their arsenal last turn gives us the ability to actually make this work. It's a very common thing that I had to ask when Lexi was in the game, to see how this card worked. Because if you flip it off of like cross wrap, or if you you have to put it in face up that turn. It's a weird card, and like it is moderately confusing, but it is very good for us that it actually works out that way. Hey, what's up, Josh? I mean, dude. Yeah, no, we can't de-react from hand. Dreadbore is just too good. But yeah, I mean, dude, I have to say, Josh, I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Yeah, it's a passive ability from Dreadbore. I think my opponent is like having a stroke right now. My opponent probably doesn't understand the interaction either. I had to ask this question when I was playing Oldham at okay. I had to ask this question when I was playing Oldham at Pro Tour Baltimore back in the day. It pays to be aggressive. I mean, listen, I like being aggressive. So we can attack with the Spectral Shield here. And then if they try to play a trap and make something happen, we can flash in the Waning Vengeance. If they don't play a trap, we have 10,000 Year Reunion for free into play Waning Vengeance and Arsenal a Sink Below. And we're just like, ka-chow. Yeah, Fino said your style perfectly. What is my style? I'm curious to know what my style is. I'm definitely not going to argue about whatever my style is. So we play 10,000 Year Reunion, removing the counters, which has Ward 10. And again, we're just like, ka-chow. And then we're going to play Waning Vengeance to set this up. Why would we have... Are you saying that we could have attacked and then we could have put this into play, attacked, activated the arm, and then played this? Because we could have, and that would have been a really good play. That would have been a good play. If they were going to play a trap and try to kill it, we were probably just going to flash in the Waning Vengeance and then get 3 Spectral Shields and just smile and say thanks. Oh, God. I mean, we're like Omega. Like, we're just going to lose our board here, right? But the good news is that we can... Yeah, I was like, they literally have to have 0 buffs here. What is that the first? That's the second Murkmire? No, it's the third. This is the last one. Yeah, these hands are wildly bad tonight. Like, especially in this matchup, we've drawn 2 D-Reacts in, like, almost every hand tonight in this game. And the crazy part is, like, we're still not in a really... Like, we're not in a bad position, in my opinion. We are going to sink... Probably the Fate Foreseen, if I had to guess. Who needs a trap when you have Murkmire? That's right, dude. And they're about to show us why, too. Yeah, there's, like, no way for us to get out of this. Funny part is, like, if Riptide ran Death Dealer, which I saw somebody do one time, this, like, wouldn't matter at all, but... Was Fino's, and he passed it to me. It was pretty good. So what's Fino's list? I saw Fino posted a video today about Iris Enigma, but I haven't... he didn't have a list, did it? They play Death Dealer versus aggressive not blocking decks? Okay, so that makes sense. They have both copies of it in their deck, which is the smart thing to do. Yeah, so like literally none of our cards block. So we're what, taking... We're going to block 4 and take 3, 6, 9. We do get to end with... two Spectral Shields in play, which is kind of cool. That's right. 3, 6, 9. Dude, we used to make that joke all the time. We'll put this on the bottom. So, in the world that we want to make more Spectral Shields, this is pretty good. But I think we're pretty safe to just, like, make 2 Spectral Shields and then attack for 3 next turn, and then flash in Waning Vengeance before the turn's over. We haven't, like, really been able to set up a cool hand where we can make any chi, unfortunately. I don't really know what our opponent's doing here. I just refreshed in case it's me. I think we're playing at someone who maybe doesn't realize that, like, they need to refresh. On Talishar. Oh, dude, Slip, I'm sorry. I missed a big hydrate, brother. I'm sorry, fam. We got a big hydrate coming for Slip. Lord. Yeah, so unfortunately we lose it all and go to 13. Oh, that's true. There is a quick chat that says like refresh or something, right? Yeah, refresh the page. There is a quick chat. I did not know that I knew that was there, but I forgot. It wasn't Iris. It was the Protect the Queen, I was told. I played a game on it and I just had fun. It has no transcend. So it's just like straight. Excuse me. So it's just like straight, like protect, like make one thing and protect it. I would enjoy playing something like that. I haven't seen a list where people are doing that yet, but I think it'd be cool. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on with our opponent here. Our opponent's taking their sweet time to get through the turns here, which, I mean, you know, like some people have not great internet, some people just play a little slow, so trying to be patient and understanding here, but I also don't want to spend my entire night playing against Riptide. This game's been going on for about 30 minutes now. I mean, I'm just going to keep asking them if they're there because, like, I don't know what they're doing. The worst part about this is when we get back to this hand's also going to suck. Because the inertias have, like, completely put me in an awkward spot where I can't really do what I want. So we get to attack for 3. And they have to have double active trap here to, like, really, quote-unquote, get us. But even if they do that, I'm just going to flash this in, I think. So... And then we get to attack with Preserved Tradition. Or I'm sorry, we get to attack with the Spectral Shield. And then flash in Waning Vengeance and then pass to our opponent. Play an attack with Waning, right? Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually just better, right? Yeah, no, Slip's completely right. Because if we attack with this, it doesn't have go again. Like... There's nothing. This is just more points to play offense with in a game where we're clearly looking for every point we can get. I posted in the Discord. Okay, cool. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it, brother. Josh, how you doing today, by the way, man? I haven't got a chance to ask you that. Claim victory? Bro. You sit around long enough against me and I will claim victory just because I'm tired of sitting there waiting. I mean, this will make more shields for us, hopefully, which is what I want to see. I would love for us to be able to flip into a Chi and like use Enigma to set up multiple shields. That's what I would like to do. Riptide ignoring the Spectre is going to do him in. I really hope so, because we're at a point in the game now where he has no more Murkmire Grapnels. The only card he has left to get them back is Codex. Is it me? Like, bro, are you there? Games are good, man. I mean, we're 3-0, maybe 3-1. We're pretty low life here. I'm just hoping that they can't really like blow me out with a Codex after the inertia tokens. Like, is it my internet or something? Am I lagging on the stream? Like, if I'm lagging on the stream, please let me know. I'd like to know at least what's going on here. Okay, I'm not lagging, so that's good. Okay, it's them. I mean, that's fine. I love that they like get to this point where they're having to like use their traps for resources and stuff like that because they can't do them. Okay, so it's all good on the stream. Okay, I appreciate you guys letting me know. I was like, I like to make sure that when stuff like this happens, it is not just me. But yeah, Josh, I think the games are just like, I think like our opponent's just taking a little while. I mean, the 3-0 tonight's felt pretty good. We beat, we played the Mirror round 1, and I put a 10,000 year reunion into play on like turn 3, and then I played my Sacred Art Enigma card, and like we just ran them over from there. And then game 2, we played against a Victor. That was just kind of it was a battering. It was pretty bad. Like it was just like, who's your daddy? So, and then after that, what did we play against round 3? It also, what did we play against round 3? Does anybody remember? They did have the greater than base trap. So, I mean, they had it and they didn't play it. I don't know. Kato, that's right. Kano, thank you, Lumberjack. Yo, Riddler, what's going on, brother? How are you? You doing all right tonight, man? Guardian against Illusionist tries. Same with Teklo. I mean, honestly, I think Guardian's dead. I hate it. I hate to say that. It makes me want to cry. But I think Guardian's dead right now. Just not in a good place in the metagame. That's right. Kano joined our game. I remember that because Kano joined our game. Like, that was a weird, that was weird. All right. I love how they're asking me if they're there, and it's telling me that they're inactive. Like, this game is not going terribly. I want to play it out. Like, this game is, like, being played in a way right now that, like, I kind of want to finish playing this one out. Are the Guardian cards really cheap right now? I did not realize that Guardian cards were so cheap right now. Yeah, I refreshed that time because it was me that time. I mean, I think that's fair. Like, it was me. I was the drama. Unfortunately, there's, like, not really a way for me to, like... There's not really a way for me to get the extra spectral shield off this, right? We're just gonna block 5. I don't have anything to standing order. The Waning Vengeance is gonna eat the other 3. We're gonna make 2 more spectral shields, and then we're gonna use Restless Coalescence. Once we get like a few counters on this thing, we're gonna use this to just like repeat, like to just get there. I mean, they definitely could have Codex. Using the arm piece is not a bad idea, actually, Slip, because that gives us 3. If it's Codex, we're in such a bad spot. Bro. I am like really trying right now. Yeah, if it's Codex, we cry. How's the matchup into KO? I played against KO 3 times and I beat it all 3 times. Now I don't know what that means really, but I'm not playing for 2 seconds and you ask me if I'm their opponent? All right, our opponent's just like obviously trying to be a tool this evening. I think I'm just gonna like let this die in case they do have like the weird, in case they have Codex here. I think it's fine. I don't know. It's an interesting decision, but tell him to turn off full control because he clearly doesn't have an instant. Yeah, our opponent, I don't think, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, they must have full control on. I always have full control on because I think it's the best way to play, but I'd claim victory for him doing that. Well, I tell you what, if he does it again, we'll let the we will claim some victory. Dude. Instead of being able to pitch one to block, I know it might not be as good, but it saved. So I do think, John, that that Phantasmal Footsteps is very good. This is a matchup where I think like normally your opponent is attacking for 7 and more. Are they attacking a Haze Bending? Finally? Okay. I mean, I guess they realize that like killing Haze Bending is probably the way out of this for them. All right. So we have 1 Haze Bending left. Supporting from the hospital briefly. Kyle, dude, I really appreciate it, man. I hope you and Allie are doing okay, man. I was like, definitely hoping you guys are doing well, brother. Definitely hoping you guys are doing well. We will attack for 4. I'm just going to Arsenal this, I think. We're just going to Arsenal this. So something that's interesting is that if we attack for 4 here with the Spectral Shield and they give a Frailty Trap, we could flash in the Restless Coalescence, take all 4 counters, and then the Frailty Trap does not deal a damage to us or give us a Frailty, which is kind of cool. Allie's doing way better. Talking about getting her discharge very soon. Dude, good. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear it. Dude, with the Restless Shield is so free here with the Restless here. It is odd that they're playing Scar for a Scar, but yeah, Restless is about to get a lot of value here. But John, like I agree that like the boots do give a lot of value, and I think that there are a lot of places where I would play the boots. I just don't think this is one of those matchups because like if they have an arrow with 1 buff, it's normally like 7 or something, so we're going to flash this in. I mean, I guess we could use Tunic in the arm piece to like add a counter here. It's probably not that important, right? Like, it's not a bad play, but I don't know that it's that important. I am interested in attacking with this because this attacks for 6. Now, it turns on a lot of traps, but we have 3 spectrals. We have 4 spectral shields, really, that can protect this. Yes, I am playing 2 red unmovables in my list. Yep. The inertia trap could happen, but if he had inertia trap, he'd have played it already, right? Like, there's no reason not to play it if he has it, right? Yeah, there's 2 red unmovables in the list now. Yep. Is lagging? I'm a refresh. I sound like a robot? Oh, that's not good. So am I lagging now? Like, are people having issues with the stream? Or is it just John? I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm okay. Slip says I'm okay on his side. Sound fine to Quinn? Okay. So I think we're just going to Arsenal the Rising Sun, Setting Moon here. I think this is what we want to do. I think this is the plan. No, my internet stinks? Okay, okay. John said, no, it's my internet. Don't worry, brother. I appreciate that. Appreciate you letting me know. Man, this hand's actually cracked. This hand is, like, crazy good. So we can flash both of these in. Probably want to flash the Waning Vengeance in, right? Like, none of our hand blocks here, right? Be prepped to hit button. I like that. So they took all that life so that Scar for Scar is turned on now. So I'm going to say no blocks. Then we're going to pitch the Sacred Art to flash in a Waning Vengeance. I am going to use this to banish. I am going to use the Passover to banish one of their Murkmire Grapnels. And then we have double Chi at our options here, which gives us a couple of Spectral Shields if we want it. Which is pretty good, I think. I think the double Spectral Shield, or like having double Chi is pretty good here. Which means we could make multiple Spectral Shields, or we could actually like flash this in and like we could use this as offense if we wanted to. With 4 Spectral Shields in play, it's really going to be what? We're going to go down 1 to 3 and then gain 2. So we're going to have 5 Spectral Shields in play after this. Which is pretty solid. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Can't complain about that. Guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me tonight. I know that I'm a little scatterbrained tonight from work and everything, but I appreciate y'all chilling out while we play some Enigma tonight. How many games of Enigma do you have under your belt now? Also, which heroes have you not played against, if any? When you say which heroes have I not played against, do you mean the new heroes, Mason, or are you talking about just in general? And if I had to guess, I'm probably about 20 games in. About 20 games in right now. All right, I don't think I'm gonna hit it. I think we're like winning. Like I think we're in a spot where like I could win the game, and so I don't have any interest in like actually hitting claim victory. Right? I'd wait until the end of the turn because Codex is a card. Wait till the end of the turn for what? Before we do double this. Yeah, I'm not going to do double Chi until they show us what's going on. I want their last thing to be done before we start using Chi and whatnot. Just in general, I mean, so I played against every one of the new heroes on Enigma. We played against Fire the other night, which was a battering. That was not fun. And then played against Victor, played against Riptide, obviously, played the Mirror. New Zen. All right, I'm gonna refresh, and if I don't have a pause button, like, all right, we're doing this back and forth, brother. We're doing this back and forth. Like, you're just gonna start saying, "Are you there?" I'm just gonna start saying it back. I try to be nice to people, but I'm over it. I am 1000% over it right now. This guy can go fart in a phone booth. Strike 3, he's out. I mean, we don't have a lot to block with, so like there's always a chance here that like my opponent could get me out of nowhere, right? We could double Chi into the Meridian Pathway for Ward 3 if we wanted. So if we play Waxing Spectre to block... Okay, that's fine. So this is for 8 currently. Flash in Wax Inspector. So let's play Wax Inspector. I think we're gonna go this route where we're gonna use the Meridian pathway here. 20 games, those are rookie numbers. Blake out of the woodwork just to talk trash to me. I love it. But yeah, I mean, Mason, I played against quite a bit of heroes. Why are you thinking about picking up Enigma for the next set? So we're gonna play Rising Sun, Setting Moon. By the way, this play is so safe because my opponent does not have snaps available to them. Enigma is Bay XOXO. Oh, slip. That's too funny, dude. All right, so we banish a card. This transcends if our opponent ever decides what's going on here. We get a chi back. We're going to draw a card. I mean, we could put the chi on the bottom. No, I want to attack, right? We want to put the levels on the bottom. We want to attack. We activate Enigma. We are going to turn Meridian Pathway on. We want it to have word 3. Be picking her up. Maybe not right away, though. Still really enjoying Prism. Unlike some people who may have sold all their Fab cards. Immediately throws a shot at Blake. I absolutely love it. Oh, man, that's too good. Okay, so we're just going to say no blocks. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Meridian Pathway, Wax Inspector, Shield, Shield. We would have had to have lost all of our shields but one if we decided to take a different path. So I really like that route right there. I kept mine. I got to be the Illusionist Brute main. I mean, you do play a lot of Brute and Illusionist. That's like... I mean, I was like, that was... You're a very good Prism player, Slip. And I was like, the first time we ever played, you were playing... you were on... having a stroke. You were on, geez, a sec. I'm like actually having a stroke. Reinar at that PTQ. Yep, Reinar, thank you. You think if we go against some Vins that there is a world of a board swap to another strat? So when you say board swap to another strat, what did you have in mind, John? Just to clarify, like I don't know that that's a bad idea. I'm just curious to know what you mean exactly. That's the first time we ever played, I was playing Oldham and you were playing Reinar and you killed yourself with the Beast Within. It was like 12 damage or something stupid. It was crazy. You'll be throwing these Spectral Shields soon again. I'm sure everybody can't wait, Blake. Oh. Okay. We're going to lose a Spectral Shield. My opponent takes 2. We activate this Spectral Shield. You haven't figured out lodging for nationals? Do it as soon as possible. It's going to be a busy sports weekend there. What sports going on that weekend, Noel? But I am, yes, I do already have stuff booked. Thank you for letting me know, though. I do really appreciate it. I'm curious to know what sports are potentially going on that week, though. You have my attention. Pushing the damage. Pushing the damage. I'm going to go ahead and make another Spectral Shield off the Coalescence here. We're going to use his ability so that I can have enough Spectral Shields in play to be in a good spot. No reason to flick up the arm piece, in my opinion. We might try to do it next turn, depending on what we're looking at here, but probably just try to block 6 with this hand, keep the blue, and then Arsenal to sink below. Pseudo life, I mean, yeah. Stepped away for 10 minutes. We're still in this game. Yeah, Mello, our opponent is like... Yeah, brother, we're still in this game. Our opponent's playing very slowly right now. It's been a, what I would call a more than difficult game to get through. Couldn't you have done the draw instant, play the other blue, Sacred Art with Chi? Like, I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more specific. You're saying other blue, like I don't remember exactly what my hand was. I need, can you be a little bit more specific, please? And maybe I can answer your question. Swap to more illusionist attacks. I mean, it's not a bad idea, John. We could try it. I don't know how well it works, to be honest, but like there's a world where like maybe we like have like a pivot board and to like I just don't think there's enough slots, right? I don't know. I mean, I guess anything's possible, but man, that feels very unlikely that we would be able to do something like that. So, to where we could have played the Sacred Art. So if we'd played one of the blues, then pitched a blue to play the Sacred Art, we would have been able to get the Sacred Art back. Or we would have pitched a blue to play Sacred Art. Then we would have played the other one from Arsenal, would have been what we would have done. And then we would have activated Enigma. Or I guess we could have used the Chi to like actually flash in the Waxing Spectre. Yeah, we could have done that. I think we could have done that. Oh, Coalescence with double Shimmers in play is insane. Like, they've attacked one of our 2 Spectral Ores the entire game, and it was a Haze Bending, which I understand why they attacked Haze Bending. Like, they needed to get something off the board, but... Alright, we're at a point in the game where we've won the game. I was like, if it pops up and asks us about them conceding again, I'm going to 100% hit that. Yeah, I'm not a fan when people have this like really slow play pattern. I mean, it's been almost an hour. Like, so like it's been almost an hour. Like, they're literally just wasting their time is all they're doing. I mean, I'm streaming and hanging out and talking to you guys. So they're literally just sitting here, like, pissing away their life. And I'm just hanging out with you guys. So if that's what they want to do, it's what they want to do. I'm going to win. Yeah, the button pops up at this point. I'm taking it. Because we're at a point where we're going to win the game. Like, I know we're going to win the game, so if they just continue to sit there, get wrecked. Should have played just a little bit faster, pal. So, we were assuredly going to win that game, just to clarify here. Yeah, I asked people, I'm like, are you there? Our opponent just started, like, toxically saying, are you there, back to us over and over again. Like, when they were the one taking forever. Like, look at that. We had, like, a 59-minute game, and, like, we had 22 minutes, which means they had 37 minutes. Like, literally, like, 15 more minutes than us. Just, so, anyway, for actual game state here, let's talk about, like, an actual, like, the game state here. I was going to activate Coalescence on their turn before we passed. I think I'd maybe have already passed, so I might not have been able to, but I wanted to activate this to have 3 Spectral Shields. Pitch the blue to come in with this for 8 one more time. A Spectral Shield, Arsenal, sink below. and then just continue this play pattern where we're making spectral shields on both sides of the turn cycle, and then just setting up this way. So enough spectral shields makes this matchup winnable. Yeah, they used 37 minutes compared to our 22. Like, maybe they were trolling. Like, maybe they knew I was live, and maybe they were just like trolling. And like, it's even better because we got the win anyway. Like, it's kind of funny to me. All right, let's try to think about how to put this one into the thing. So Enigma. Oh, I don't want to miss whatever's happening. Yo, Lucas Fanti, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I really appreciate it, brother. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Or if you don't like hot dogs, or you live in a part of the world where you don't really eat hot dogs, let me know a different favorite food you like. I'd love to get to know you guys. You guys come and hang out. Okay, so Enigma into Riptide. I think we went first. We got the win. Opponent let double haze bending and double shimmers sit in play. Spectral shields protect us from their traps, and we ran them over with coalescence. I think that's a pretty accurate representation of how that game went and what happened right there. I feel like that's pretty on the nose. It's a pretty good one there. Imagine having that side of a life, like the people who like roped people in Hearthstone. Yeah, like people, like, it's just so toxic to do stuff like that. I'm not a fan of stuff like that. I completely get it. Like, some people are just miserable. Like, it's just what it is. They're probably a win record. Try hard, hoping you'd quit, dude. Man, Riddler, I really hope that's not what people are after. But I've seen crazier stuff, dude. So I guess it's possible. I hope that's not the case, though. Guys, I'm going to take like a 2-minute break. I got to use the bathroom real quick. And then when I come back, we're going to be playing more Enigma. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys.
Press start. You are now listening to Bromad. Player 1 has entered the game. I'm Swaglord, your personal assistant. Please press start to begin.
Mod your friends to like dubstep. Mod your friends to come to praise. Mod your friends to come to kick on. Mod your friends to buy you food. Mod your friends to buy you clothes. Mod your friends to come to the beach. Add modifications to mod your friends.
Okay, short break, and we're back. Do you like Enigma over New Prism? You said you played Old Prism a lot. Why not play New Prism? So, to answer your question, I have like played quite a bit of like New Prism. I played a lot of OG Prism because she was the first hero that ever played on both sides of the turn cycle when I got into the game. And when I came from Magic, I really wanted to play on both sides of the turn cycle because that's how Magic's played. If you never played Magic, then you know, like, I just try to explain that. But like in Magic, you play on both sides of the turn cycle, kind of like Icelander did. And so Prism did that in a lot of ways. And so I always like, I enjoyed that about her. So I played her a lot. But like New Prism, I've just kind of been on like other things ever since then, if I'm being honest. So yo, let's go Corvomix with that 2 months of Prime support. Dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. He said, I really like your stream. Dude, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. That really means a bunch, buddy. We want CNCs. We don't want Sinks, Fates, or Unravel aggressions. I think this is how we just want to run it like this. I guess technically we'd rather have 2 Unravel aggressions in case they do throw like a random 6er at us. I like Waning Moon. I think they're supposed to be on Waning Moon. Like, Waning Moon is the correct way to play into this. Enigma Control, New Prism combo. I mean, yeah, no, that's very accurate. So, yeah, like, the New Prism is, like, way more combo. And I think Enigma plays more like old Prism did than, like, the New Prism plays like old Prism. And I think that's what I like so much about it, in all honesty. I mean, we're just going to block 1 here. Like, I'm pretty happy to just give up my Arsenal. Maybe I was supposed to just, like, be prepared to, like, Arsenal Waning Vengeance. So, we make a Spectral Shield because we pitched a blue this turn. So, big W's for us. And they're going to try and kill the Rage Scepter, which, I mean, like, nothing they do is going to deal damage. Like, nothing they do is going to deal damage to us here. Because this has ward 6 on my turn, so... And then we make a Spectral Shield, which is good. Like having the Spectral Shield like that. And then we're going to put Essence first. I really like the Essence of Ancestry cards. I think they're a very, very cool addition, personally. Haze Bending just like almost immediately ends the game on the spot, right? Like that game is just like, it's just so cool. Yeah, absolutely. Happy to, eh? Happy to. Hey, Adia, what's going on? You using Dense Blue Mist now, I see? Yes. Yes, I think it's better than Trom. I think I like it better than Trom. I was playing Trom for like a day or two, just like testing, and I think I like it better. So I think we're gonna pitch Shimmers. We'll play Haze Bending. We'll play Tide Maw. And then we'll pass. And Arsenal to Coalescence, which I really like here. Wow, that is backbreaking. Huh. Well, that sucks. There's like nothing to do here. Man. Told you it's great. Just kills wide decks. Yeah, no, it's really cool. Like being able to use it with Tunic is like there's so much value in that. I'm a really big fan of it. Oh, we're left with 1 Spectral Shield because of... We're left with 1 Spectral Shield. At least we should be because of Haze Bending. I guess. Oh, we blocked 2 of the 3. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. Do not listen to me. Yeah, I got to play it against an Enigma, or against a Zen earlier, and it was really good. Like, being able to use Tunic to play it on, like, my turn is, like, actually insane. Yep. And then we'll go blue. So we're stacking pretty well. Like, we're trying to set up pretty efficiently. And then I think I am gonna put this on the bottom because I'd like to attack for 6, knowing that I have AB2 twice here if I need it. Also, our opponent doesn't know that I don't have something to flash in if I don't want to, so I also kind of like arsling levels of enlightenment because if we're able to like go to our turn with multiple cards in our hand, we can have a pretty decent play here. See what they hit here. Gaze the Ages. So they activated Kano, played Gaze from hand, and then played another Gaze. That's pretty good. It's not too shabby, right? Not too shabby at all. So I need to find a way to get another Haze Bending in play. That's ultimately my goal here. The Whisper of the Oracle is like super spicy. So we will pitch Brothers in Arms to play Manifestation of Mirror Guy, because there's not really another option for us. And then I could pitch this blue to play this for go again, draw a card. Let's just attack first, right? Like, I think we're just better off. I also don't understand my opponent's choice for Hope Merchant's Hood. Probably because he's looking to not combo, I guess. Like, there's no, like, my opponent's probably not looking to combo, so they're just looking to, like, try and set up a more fair game, I guess. Homie is RPing Blaze. What do you mean? He's, like wanting to play Blaze? 100% playing Brainstorm? Oh, it's Brainstorm. Okay. So, Waning Moon, since we can't prevent... We're just gonna prevent one and then lose the manifestation, which is fine. And we'll just pass. Still keeping the standing order in hand, which is a pretty good card to like have, you know, for offensive purposes. I totally agree. CC Blaze cosplay. Hey, listen, I love it. This is far in the future, but will you be in Tampa for the calling in September? So, sadly, I will not. Carly and I have plans to. We're going to be on our honeymoon that weekend. And don't get me wrong, I would much rather be on my honeymoon, if I'm being honest, than I would at a calling. But I'd still like to be able to go to the calling if I can, just because I am a card player. I want to play cards, you know? Like, I'm all about playing cards if I can. All right. Our cat's going crazy. So let's put Rage Spectre into play. This does have Ward 6 if we attack. I think we're better off to just throw the Metamorph, right? Like, the Metamorph just kind of presents us with more value. Potion of Luck. Okay, so they're definitely on Brainstorm. Okay, 100% confirmed Brainstorm. Oh, there it is. Speak Covenant shall appear. Your hero gains whenever you draw a card this action phase, deal 1 arcane damage to any target. Okay. So the question is, can they combo us through... Can they combo us through... Yeah, like, who can they combo us through, like, Ward if we can keep enough on the board? So hard to win with? Well, of course, early congrats and welcome to the Ian clan? What? I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm so confused. This joke is like going straight over my head right now. Ian clan. I'm so confused, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Works much better against big wards compared to normal Kano. Huh, interesting. That's good to know. I mean, I guess it's fair because, like, the bigger the ward is, like, doesn't really matter, right? Like, they don't care. I mean, I guess we're just pitching Astral Etchings, like... Oh, Carly's last name. Dude, yes, you are absolutely correct. I did not understand where that was going, and I was so confused, but yes, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, Carly's last name ends in that. Yeah, Abrahamian. Absolutely. Just go again, right? Like, just. So, hang on. We're going to apologize. So I'm going to attempt to play this, and then in response, I'm going to play Preserved Tradition. We're going to put Haze Bending on the bottom. I'm going to activate Enigma. We are not going to give this Ward 3, although this would be really good against like what they're trying to do here, I think. And so now we get to pick Go Again and draw a card. And this could be good randomly, right? Should have responded. Yeah, we did. I went back and made sure that we played that better because I realized that what I did was just like clearly a mistake. So yeah, no, that was just a better play. And then if we attack, we're probably not going to be able to keep our Spectral Shield here. I was like, they're probably going to go for a play here. The only good thing is that they are letting cards come out of their deck. So, I mean, I guess, like, with enough blues, we could, like, just man, I doubt we'll be able to fatigue him, right? There's just too much. There's too many, like, ideas of them, like. Okay. So they're keeping Ward off the board, which is, like, fine. And then I guess we'll Arsenal. Definitely don't want to Arsenal that. Can't fatigue Brainstorm if they set it up right? Okay, so we cannot fatigue this matchup. That is good to know. Well, they're at 26, and we got a long way to go. Man, they've hit a lot. Oh, they opted a bunch. No wonder. I was like, man, that's like really lucky. Okay, so let's play this. We're going to pitch to play, and then we're going to use Tunic to play Sacred Art. And then activate to make a cheat. So unless they're just going to combo me right here, which I suppose is very possible, we're in a very good spot. Yeah, no, that's a good spot for us right there, all things considered. It's like 60 plus damage in one pings. Oh, yeah, that's going to be really hard to fatigue. Yeah, it's very possible that we do need AB3. Like, maybe we don't want to be on the Meridian pathway. Maybe we just want to be on, like, Null Rune Boots, which I think was in the original, like, list that I, like, put together, but... Dude, I was like, there is no way you have... Classic. Well, that sucks. So let's block one, lose the Waxing Spectre, flash in Waxing Spectre, which I think is fine. And then we'll throw the Command and Conquer at our opponent, knowing that we have AB3 plus... Or we have Ward 3 plus AB1 in our hand if we need it. Or they give us 2 cards, which I think is the correct thing for them to do. Oh, that's right. Stilettos. It wasn't Null Rune Boots. It was Stilettos that we had in the list. Thank you, Philip. Good catch. Good catch. Yep. we will just pitch and let it happen. And then we'll throw Miraging Metamorph on our turn for 7. If this is like a combo deck that we have no chance of like fatiguing or like really stopping their combo, then like this is just a bad matchup for us, right? Because there's no real world where we can pressure them enough to like make this matter. I mean, it's turn 9 and they've taken 5 points of damage, which mostly feels like because they wanted to. Draw card, draw card. We're going to pitch the Astral Etchings here. And now they just leave that banished. Yeah, I think I agree that this becomes a lot better on AB3. I am very inclined to agree with that. So we're going to play the Ancestry. We're going to play Tide Maw and we're going to pass. I don't think that anybody's really going to play Brainstorm Kano at a large event. I think that's more something you'd have to worry about like at a small setting. Man. All right, well, that's the last Scour. So that's good at least. This won't deal any damage to us, right? No, wait, why is that dealing... Oh, I'm sorry. I see. Because I was thinking this was going to protect me, but it wasn't. Never mind. We had other auras in play. Also, where's another haze bending at? Like, why can we not find another haze bending? We've only seen one, right? And it was destroyed like the turn after we put it into play, which was a big Sag. Big Sag. It's more for smaller events like local. So it is funny because I see a lot of people that actually like they run Kano at like a ProQuest, but they won't run it at like a Calling or a Battle Hardened. Kind of like what you're talking about right now. Oh, I thought it was Wizard non-attack actions. They can just play anything? That's crazy. So we're going to flash in Waning Vengeance to protect our aura, which is what we were waiting on. Ether Darts are only for 1, and we have 1 here. There is no world they're about to use Metacarpus nodes. No shot. Did it win the Calling and the battle? Oh, that's right, it did. But I think that's also like pre-Enigma. And I don't know that anybody's going to play Kano when Enigma's in the game. Well, I had a plan to play around this. Can we undo? I can play around this and did not realize you used nodes. I mean, that's true. Majin is the wizard guy. That is very, very true. Okay. So we have to like start the turn over, which is like a big Sag. Now I appreciate my opponent like being cool about like playing, like changing this, like going back so that I can play around this. And I think they would rather play a better game than play against, than just like, you know, like get the value there. I think they would rather play a better game as well. So we flash in Waning Vengeance and respond to the Waning Moon. Kano, Ether Dart. They activate Kano again. It's definitely not how this was played out, but okay. I mean, it's fine. My opponent was cool enough to let me go back. Like, it's fine. So we get to take a counter from the Spectre. We use his use the ability here. Okay, and then they're just gonna let it come in for 1. And then Waning Vengeance, we don't do anything with. We lose the Waning Vengeance. Make another Spectral Shield, which is where we want to be. The more Spectral Shields we have, the better. He's got to be really close to his pitch deck, I think. Like, I think our opponent has to be insanely close to their pitch deck, if I'm being honest. I don't know how close, but, like, they have to be pretty much on top of it, I would think. So let's play Haze Bending, because this is the one we want in play. Higher quality is much better. Yeah, no, I completely agree. That people will not respect it randomly one weekend and it will crush and win everything. Then people remember it and he slides back into his cave. That's very true, Valk. That's very true. On the Kano team, say it's free, but that's probably just classic. I mean, there's a lot of Kano people that say stuff like that, you know? That's like, that's not an uncommon thing to hear. I think I like putting this into play. Knowing that our opponent is on like the Brainstorm combo, I think we're just like we're just going to put as many things as we can into play. This hand is not good at all. My opponent just said, wish me luck. Just said LOL. Appreciate their humor. Oh, Jesus. So we're probably super dead here. It's a main phase combo deck. Okay, that's important. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. Kano is the corner junkie. When the cops are cracking down, he fades away. When the cops leave, he's back on the streets. Bro, I love that analogy, Riddler. That's amazing. That's such a good analogy for Kano, I feel like, bro. I think it's too early for people to say if it's free or not. It 100% is. I wholeheartedly agree with you, brother. Wholeheartedly agree with you. So what? There's... He drew 3 cards, so there's 6 instances of this right now. I mean, this was it. We drew triple reds on his combo turn, which is like very unfortunate because we did not pitch stack for that. So we're gonna lose a Spectral Shield. We're gonna lose a Spectral Shield. We're gonna lose Waning Vengeance. We're gonna lose Waxing Spectre. The Mirror Guy. Okay. We go to 34 or 33, I guess. No, we're going to take 8 because they have 2 Brainstorms. Big Sag. I mean, yeah, I think it's rough. Okay, so they literally just get to like make action points and just like play stuff like this over and over again. So we're probably like super dead here. I like that I don't have an instant, so it's just like, yeah, would you like to block this? And I'm like, no, I would like to die, thank you. Kano. I have Ophidia. I mean, Wizard games are generally pretty fast. Like, that is true. That is definitely a benefit, A. I hear what you're saying. That will probably be the smokers' time. That will be when the smokers will come out. Oh man, I crack myself up sometimes. I'm curious to know, like, what this beats. It's funny because, like, this has a really good matchup into me. I do think AB3 would have helped a lot. We would have been able to keep a lot more ores around for a lot longer, so that would have been a lot better. Yeah, should have played Chains last turn and just named and just named name Brainstorm. Duh, forehead. Yeah, no, I completely agree that I'm like, I think you're gonna have to, as Enigma, you're gonna have to be on AB3. The stilettos are probably gonna have to go back into the list to combat people playing Kano, because you're completely right, Para, that the waiting mood will just run us over. Yeah, I don't have AB3, so we're like, our entire board was just getting picked off all game, and we were just pretty much just not able to like keep in a good spot, Soul. They have no pitch for Tome. Did we actually like get through this? They just said OMG in the chat. I guess it's because they don't have any resources for this. I don't know. I guess it's got to be that, but they still get to play this. Like, they're fine. They've played Brainstorm. Like, they're fine. And I was like, I don't understand. I thought we might have gotten... I thought we might have gotten through this. But... Oh, it's an instant. Oh my gosh, they haven't played anything else. But I'm dead here? Yeah, but I'm dead. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, so there was a world where like maybe they had messed it up enough to where we could get there, but the blazing was just enough to bail him out. Yeah. Man, like that's one of those decks that I've only played against one time prior to this, and like that was showing. I did not know what was going on. Hey, Electrum, what's going on, dude? Disrespect him like Zach did? Look, how to lose to Kano. Dude, that was... Man, that was funny. I enjoyed that game. I've only played against that once or twice before, so I enjoyed that game. That was pretty fun. Guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate y'all hanging out. Last time I checked in the Discord, it looked like New was winning the vote for what we're going to play on Thursday. New and Zen were pretty close. Yeah, our only loss tonight is to Brainstorm Kano. I know, right? How funny is that? I like that. Yeah, we definitely got to add the stilettos back into the deck to have it in there so that we'll have it. I have not tried Stir the Pot yet, but I probably came in. But we probably could add it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Electrum. We're right at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry that you're here at the very end, brother. But I appreciate you coming by. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and being here tonight. I know that I was a little all over the place throughout the storm of the night with everything went on at work today. So I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. No stream tomorrow. We'll be back on Thursday playing more. We're probably playing New, it sounds like. Oh, excuse me. So hope you guys have a good night and a good Wednesday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take it easy, guys.